It's good to be in something from the ground floor. I came too late for that. I know. But lately, I'm getting the feeling that I came in at the end. The best is over.
Many Americans, I think, feel that way.
You guys are having a blast right now.
I'm having the most fun ever. Hey, cheers, Joey.
So you're having fun?
Oh, cheers, bud.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, yeah.
I'm having
you
a lot
guys
of
are
fun.
enjoying this, and I'm
You're
enjoying.
loopy.
I love this.
Loopy sober Devin is back.
I love this.
You're loopy. You were loopy and great on the last one when you were sober.
Thank you, pal. Yeah, no, I gotta get used to it. I can't keep, because listen, I gotta savor my drinking. I don't want to waste it all by 35 and then, get told something horrible by a doctor. And
Sure.
I don't want to show up to the.
Okay.
I can't go to the club with a dialysis machine.
Sure, yeah.
You cleaned the whole studio. You've been sober for like a week, and you're like suddenly
It's a little
things are
performative.
in order.
It's a little performative,
Yeah,
I
it's think.
think.
kind of showboating.
Yeah.
No.
Really bragging to us.
No, it's because
Kind of condescending attitude towards us a little bit.
No,
Don't
not at
really
all.
like
Not
it.
at all. Go ahead, Connor. Drink up. Drink up.
I will.
Drink
It doesn't
up.
even smell bad down here anymore.
Yeah, he's cleaned the whole table. I cleaned everything in the goddamn studio.
It looks good, I guess.
Looks really
Looks
good.
beautiful.
It looks really good. And this only could have been done by a man who has his life in order. Mm-hmm. Unlike you, bozos.
I deep clean my house every goddamn day.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. You do it in some weird. It's you have like OCD.
No, it's because I have responsibility and I can like.
He can manage drinking
I
and cleaning.
can like. I'm not like a shell of a person if I have a few drinks and.
Okay, All right then.
It was actually insane at the gym the other day when he was like, "Dude, it's like I'm seeing colors I've never seen." It's like 5 days.
He says
sober.
he's seen colors.
No,
He's never-
he was just
Jesus
like,
Christ.
"I've never even felt like this." It was 5 days.
5 days.
No,
of not
well then the
drinking.
last week too. I went 5 days, so I've had
This was last week, is what I'm talking about.
last week and then this week too. This is the most I've gone probably in a year. Because since you got back from New York, you
No, you can't blame me. This
Kind
is
of
ridiculous.
ruining my
This is
life a
ridiculous.
little
It's a
bit.
bad influence.
because every day
bizarre.
Connor's just like beer.
It's bizarre behavior from you, man. You can say no.
Him and his fucking these Pennsylvania drunks. All these the fucking Shane universe like beer,
Yeah.
fucking beer, and then before you know it, you're dead. Like me, but
Interesting.
I'm reviving myself.
You have like drink autism. You drink too fast. You drink too much.
Yeah,
Drink
because it's
autism?
great. Drink autism.
Yeah.
like Rain Man.
Yeah.
Counting
You're
cards.
just
but
you're
they're
counting beers, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Then you spaz in public.
Hot toddy burn baby. All right, okay. I don't even know if we should get into this because it is pretty fringe, but there apparently is some wild stuff happening in the LA comedy scene, guys.
Yeah.
One of
I'm
my, I
excited.
never care about LA comedy drama, and this story has me captivated.
It's pretty good.
I'm messaging like open micers
Oh,
that I
dude, me
haven't
too.
talked to in years, just being like, "What's the latest on the Russo shit?"
Yeah. Okay, so wait. So this guy, does he have a... Yeah. So this guy, a comic... should we say his name?
Yeah,
he's in a doc. He's
Yeah.
public information here. It's
Yeah, so we're watching
He's also a
it.
public figure.
He's a public.
He's a famous
he's
comedian.
he's a public figure. So his name is like Ian Ira Russo.
Ian Ira Russo.
And he recently, I don't follow. Oh, he made his account private because
Yeah.
because people want to arrest him because
He's on the run.
he's on the run.
He's the fugitive.
The DA is looking into him, I guess.
Well, I guess we could go to the accuser.
Yeah.
So I guess this lady in the LA comedy scene, she made a documentary about some just horrifically tragic comedy club in Los Angeles and
Yeah.
the community and like what it does for comedy or whatever.
The documentary is called "Breaking the Fourth Wall." If you want to watch it on your own, it is. I don't know what you'll get out of it.
They don't need to watch it on their own. They got Hate Watch for that, baby. We got it right here.
The whole hour and a half. You watch the
Have
whole
you ever
thing.
done comedy there?
No. That was a place I opened up right before I moved to New York, and I just was like, I have no interest in going to a place called Fourth
Why
Wall.
would someone make a documentary about it?
Because they're sad.
She
There's
is
like
like
nothing special about
I
it.
watched
There's
the
nothing.
documentary. It's kind of like watching a documentary about pigeons. And then throughout the documentary, the pigeons start catching an attitude and they start talking down about cockroaches.
Yes. No, I've been
It's really amazing.
I've been
stuff.
calling this documentary a hit piece on insects. It really is the meanest thing I've ever seen.
It's amazing, and everyone in it, they all are trying to convince themselves none of them have made it because none of them are bigots.
yes.
You know, it's like that type of thing.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's a
Yeah.
bunch of like white women from the Midwest being like, and I went to an open mic and no one laughed. And that's how hard it is to be a woman in comedy. It's like, dude, you just suck ass.
Yeah, you're over.
And you're the new person on the open mic. You get iced out. It's
I'll
a
say
clicky
this:
scene.
there's probably nothing easier than being a woman in comedy.
I'll die on that fucking
I
hill.
actually don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Truly don't.
I've seen some of the most talentless hens on the face of the earth 4 weeks in, and they have a career. They're
They-
opening up at an arena for
They
a
go, she
comic
didn't
that
shit
wants
herself
to.
on stage? Well,
Yeah.
book her at the arena.
I mean, come on.
I know.
Come on. We could
Sure,
go.
you get groped,
We could go on.
sexually
And,
harassed, but who cares?
You get bottled with a Stanley thermos.
sure, yeah. Sure, Ian Russo will. He'll
Church of Faith new roadmap.
give you a
with
concussion with a thermos. So this lady posted on Instagram, as some of you may have heard, Ian Ira Russo assaulted me on Thursday around noon on the sidewalk in front of Fourth Wall Cafe. Okay, it's one of the more tragic things about this is that they were all at an open mic at noon.
Yes.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. Noon in Koreatown.
Missed
Also-
that harrowing detail.
Just
somehow.
another detail that's more inside baseball about open mic comedy in general. This is a pay-to-play open mic, and you get nothing in exchange except for stage time.
Yeah.
So a lot of places, like you show up when we were doing mics back in the day, it's like, all right, you got to buy a drink, or it's $5 plus you get a drink and stage time. This is just, here's $5, can I do 3 minutes of stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
It's just a pure money bleeding system for sad open micers.
Yeah. So she goes, I'm writing to share I am not okay, and I am asking people to stop him from endangering myself and others by contacting LAPD and the district attorney to actually do something about this case.
Have we done that yet, guys?
Well, okay, here's the thing I want to say. I saw Ian do stand-up about 5 years ago, and I called the DA then. I've been calling the DA every
Yeah.
day.
He's
about
like, could
Ian.
you stop calling about Ian Russo? We've been getting these calls for years.
They go, did he beat somebody? I go, no,
Yeah.
he's always around.
I called CPS just on the off chance he might be around children one day.
Ian, we'll get into the doc a little bit. You'll see who this beauty is. He, he's a
Statue of a man.
He kind of feels like he was made to show you how to make it out of this.
Yeah.
like he exists
He's a walking cautionary tale.
as inspiration. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a cautionary tale. He's kind of like Rupert Pupkin, but like no charisma. Like at least Rupert had some get up and go and like.
He's like if Rupert Pupkin was made by Dr. Frankenstein. Like he's Frankenstein's monster in open mic comedy.
If he just hit Jerry Lewis with a thermos instead of
So yeah, apparently this guy assaulted this woman with a Stanley thermos out front of an open mic and then ran off and then got in his car and like bashed a bunch of cars trying to escape.
That's awesome.
Like Pineapple Express
Yeah.
style, like just backing
Truly.
into parked
so
cars.
funny, dude. I couldn't think of a funnier visual.
But this poor lady, she has a concussion and she had to go to urgent care and she's dizzy and so hopefully she's making a full recovery so she can get back to making bad documentaries about nobodies.
I felt terrible for her. Anytime somebody gets hit with a thermos, it's sad and everything. The documentary, though, it's like so directionless.
Yeah, it has
you
no-
could tell she was like, "Oh, I think our lives are so interesting. Let's make a doc about this."
Yeah.
And then they started, and then it suddenly the doc was just letting open micers talk, and then so it had no aim.
Well,
you could tell they had nothing, and then they got to Ian.
And they go, well, the
And they
documentary
go,
has to be a case study about this guy.
Yeah.
But then the people talking about the guy, it's like you're like a couple weeks away
Yeah,
from
you're
being
not
him.
far
Like,
off.
what do you
Right.
think you are?
I mean, it's so funny because like from the outside looking in, you'd watch Ian, you go, "This is the saddest thing of all time." To me, it's the guys who are acting like they're above it all, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Dude, look, sometimes you take your licks, but it's part of the process.
Yeah.
and one day, it'll all be worth it." It's like you're sadder than Ian. Actually,
It's a lot of it's like a lot of piss, like
Yeah.
rolling its eyes. Like I don't even stink as bad as shit.
and Ian is diarrhea,
Ian's diarrhea, horrific diarrhea.
and shit's looking at diarrhea like, "God damn,
Dude,
this
at
guy's
least I'm
can't even
at
hold
least
your
I'm
form.
solid. I
Yeah.
mean, so footage has been released, so we get to see some of the footage that this lady posted.
I kind of feel like you're better off showing a clip of the documentary
first before we do the footage.
Yeah, because
People want to know if they want. We want to let the people know. Like, do you think this was justified?
I think kind of.
You know,
It's kind of where I'm coming from.
There is about 40 minutes on one man in your documentary.
And it's the saddest depiction of a human being I've ever seen.
I imagine it made one of the most tragic men in Los Angeles pretty furious when he saw it.
Yeah.
And, maybe you don't want to fuck with people that you already say are insane.
That you're literally scared of. I mean, like, they describe him at the beginning of the documentary when they bring Ian up.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. Every testimonial, they go, do you know Ian Russo? And the guy in the chair would be like, I fucking know Ian Russo. Yeah. What a piece of shit he is. At one point, they literally call him the Beetlejuice of comedy. Yeah. So it's like mean upon introduction to him, right, and then they just
let's get into the doc. I got it right here.
Who's this?
This guy ran a website with all the open mics in LA on it and stuff like that, and he dresses like he.
Oh my god.
He used to like bring a cane and a hat to open mics. He dresses like he plays in deadly card games.
He's like a Wild West character.
He looks like he kills.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Like he shoots people with a pen.
Oh boy.
But enough about him.
That's Russo?
Yeah.
This is him.
This is also a guy who he moved to LA about 10 years ago, I think, and we used to do open mics with him all the time. And he had already been doing it for like I think 5+ years in New York, so he's like a seasoned veteran.
Ian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's been around for a long time.
He's a killer, man.
And
he's a killer.
They say that
legitimately.
He's a killer, man.
He killed her, man.
they also say that he got chased out of New York for doing something that I don't know, but they said I read a comment or somebody posted something where it was like, this is not the first city that he's been kicked out of, so we now it's time to kick him out of here.
No, he's a creep. He for sure was a creep to somebody in New York.
Yeah.
New York, he beat somebody up with a crock pot. He came out to LA, a little lighter offense, Stanley Thermos. Okay, so here's some of this doc.
God, I would like to talk about this more, but I don't want to.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, no, whatever. He's fine.
Whatever.
He never did anything to me. But just there's like a whole part of this where he starts getting like he starts getting an attitude because Ian
made a better list.
Made a better open mic list on the internet, and
Dude.
and this guy goes, hey man, yeah, it's a lot of work. So good luck.
Oh. A little retarded man accidentally made a better list than you've dedicated your last 12 years of your life to.
It's like Bill Gates
his whole
versus Steve
persona.
Jobs.
Yeah, so honestly, give it up. We got to give it up to Ian for that.
You got it.
Ian, great open mic list throughout the pandemic.
Which, by the way, his list was just like, there's a park in here, well, they'll let you scream. And that's on the list for open mics to do.
Okay, so here we go.
That means I got 3 or 4 spots in the night, in addition to those other mics that I did.
And
I'm like, well,
all right.
Did you really grow from any of that?
Okay, so yeah, they're talking about because Ian did 1,000 mics in a year.
Yeah, he did 1,000 sets in a year. Mics, they weren't shows, so there's no way.
Yeah, mics. Yeah. And that's a common thing that
losers do.
Mental midgets in the comedy scene will do. They come in and they go, it's all about the hardware. It's like being I gotta get funny, and you just do push-ups.
No, they're like, oh, I suck. Scoreboard. How about that?
Look at that though.
Yeah, 1,000 sets.
Look at that.
Running circles around Chappelle.
So that's what they're talking about.
To mark that you did these, and that really depends on the comedian.
I think I did too much comedy this year. I'm about to hit 1,000 sets for the year, and don't do 1,000 sets of comedy in a year because it's not going to make you better. It's just not.
You think?
Wow. Perfect cut, Teresa. I will say that.
You think Ian's parents are crickets?
Just walking around going, this thing on?
Just 2 big crickets in New York, living in a brownstone.
It's 2 crickets going, you suck. You suck, son.
Rubbing their little legs.
My name is Ian Ira Russo, and I make an ass out of myself for the sake of
So okay, we're not going to be mean to Ian on this episode.
I'm Team Ian.
Don't do that.
I'm Team Ian.
I want people to know though, Ian, there's a charm that none of these other people in this movie have, is that he has a classic character to him.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't exist anymore.
No.
This is some sort of he's like a 70s movie character.
He's an archetype.
Yeah. And at least he can say that about we can say that about him. He's unaware of that probably. But
he is. No, he thinks he's like James Dean.
He's wildly more interesting than everyone in the documentary.
Yeah. That's the problem with Ian though. Is like if he knew that about himself, he might be.
He could play into it a little bit.
Yeah, but instead he thinks he's like a cool fucking. I'm telling it how it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, just wanted to say that because we're not going to be mean.
I stand with Ian.
We are never. Well, I swear to God, don't be fucking mean tonight.
It's called Love Watch, motherfucker.
Love Watch.
My name is Ian Ira Russo, and I make an ass out of myself for the sake of a laughing audience.
I call Ian Russo the Beetlejuice of the open mic scene because if you say his name enough at an open mic, he just appears. This really happened. Okay, this is not how I met him, but this really happened. My dad, when I turned 29, came in for my birthday to visit. He sat with me through all these open mics.
Oh man, that's
that I was doing at NoHo. And we
See,
went.
that's what I'm saying. Like
hit the
this is sadder.
It's like your
He's
dad.
a loving father, though.
Yeah.
Your dad flies in and you take him to a coffee shop where you paid $5.
You
He was
asked-
just like,
you asked
son,
your
I
dad
want to
for
see.
$5.
I want to hang out with you all day. I want to see your life. It's a sweet father.
Yeah.
It's sad as hell, but it's a sweet father at
Hey,
least.
it is. It's a great dad. It is. It hurts. It's not.
Hurts
It's
my
beautiful. It hurts my heart a little bit. It hurts my heart. But it's like, hey, Dad. First time I've seen you in like 3 years. Do you want to see me try and outperform a blender?
Oh God.
And we just like went to 2 different bars. So all day he saw Ian Russo do time. We then went to Cabo Wabo. Ian Russo shows up at that mic and happens to be doing a mic there. Then we go to another bar down the road and Russo appears and he's doing a mic there. The man is everywhere.
I mean, what a meaningless story. Yeah,
He was also there.
You
We
saw-
were also there.
You were
dummy.
there
Went to
too.
the same places.
One could say you're the Beetlejuice of the open mic scene. I don't get the story.
I don't either.
So once again, Ian, scoreboard Ian.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally a cockroach being like, fucking a lot of cockroaches here, huh?
Dude, what are you doing here? You're a loser.
You can't shake him.
My comedy style, I would describe myself as...
Look at Ian giving this lady who made this documentary
His soul.
everything she ever asked
Yes.
for. His fucking bearing his soul because
Yes.
he's unaware.
And it's only watchable because Ian is captivating.
And you know what? It's crazy that this lady didn't realize midway through when she had all this with Ian. She goes, why am I not just Windy City heating him? Why isn't the whole documentary you're following Ian around?
Yep.
It should be called Ian Russo, World's Biggest Loser.
Yeah. No, she should have made like a Searching for Sugarman documentary about Ian
Yeah,
Russo, and then
yeah.
we find out that he's like world famous in South Africa. He's like the biggest comic alive out there. They all think he's dead.
They find out he's super famous in like a landfill somewhere. Like all these rats like love Ian Russo. They're watching him.
Yeah.
fidgety, a little bit of a curmudgeon.
He's autistic.
And I can command rats.
You know what? I'm a
Knock that
little
off.
sick of that. Is that everybody?
He's
Oh,
autistic.
I mean, Devan, I mean, come on.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Come
autistic,
on.
dude.
He's probably on the spectrum a little bit.
No, he's on
So
the spectrum
everyone,
a little bit
are you
more
guys
than
just
a bit.
everyone that sucks ass is autistic?
No, I mean,
Can
it's-
everyone
it's-
just naturally suck ass?
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
like that. He's weird.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
No, that guy's autistic.
Yeah,
would say
Dad,
he's
I don't
on
even know
the
what your
spectrum.
what's your problem? He's obviously autistic.
Because I want to call him a fucking retard, Connor, and it really is fucking my shit up right now, man.
Well, then never mind. He's not on the spectrum. No. He's
No,
actually
I'm
he's
kidding.
completely not on the
Kidding,
spectrum.
I'm
No,
kidding.
he's not autistic.
I would
So go
never
ahead. Fire
say
it
that.
off.
Fucking spaz.
I would never say that. And by the way, like by the end of this, like we're trying to make a case for Ian in court.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, this is like the equivalent of like we're his defense attorneys.
Yeah.
And this is the conversation that'd be happening behind the scenes.
Obviously, he's guilty of an assault on a woman, and that's
Yeah.
horrific, and you know. But at the end of the day,
he was justified.
was
Your
justified.
Honor,
It was
Teresa
self-defense.
Lowe, this is targeted
It
harassment.
was self-defense.
Look at Ian
It
Russo.
does feel like targeted harassment. That does not warrant hitting
doesn't
a lady.
warrant- you get, which is completely insane.
Completely insane.
Yeah.
But you kind of get where he's
I'm
coming
just
from.
saying, like, listen. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
My personal opinion is he should have finished her off like Daniel Plainview at the end of The World Be Blood.
I'm finished.
Just bash her head with a Stanley Thermos. I'm
He has a big
finished.
house.
Have you ever seen this lady?
No, I have no idea who it is.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't know she was either.
Let's say you have an open mic, and I have an open mic.
Another funny detail about the lady is that she's Miss Torrance.
Miss Torrance.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, no way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She's
That's cool.
Miss Torrance,
Yeah.
which is I didn't know they had a Miss for every shitty suburb. In
Well, as you can
in LA.
see, your Miss Torrance is fast track to success. Obviously, you win Miss Torrance.
You're at the fourth wall.
You're at the fourth wall.
By the way, nothing more tragic because she's a decently attractive lady on her Instagram at least. What is with? I mean, what is with these women?
It's just mental
spend
illness.
their life at these places.
Yeah.
Why are you at this place? With you, a woman like that should never be around this. Look at this guy. Why are you around, son of Frankenstein?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a crocodile hunter thing. He gets bit by a crocodile, and you're like, well, what were you doing around the crocodile?
It is exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
I yell a lot.
Filled with filthy grown-ass adult women who identify as witches.
He's wearing headphones on stage. That's the most autistic move of all time.
Yeah, that is true. He's like Sandler in Rain on Me.
Yeah.
His family died in 9/11.
No, him hitting Teresa was like it's the same as like doing suicide by cop.
Yeah, he walks around all day listening to rock and roll McDonald's to like calm him down.
Just in his headphones like, BK.
Having your way. 2 opportunities for just $5. He's just. They tell him to go to his happy place when bad things are happening.
He's assembling a Stanley Cup like a sniper rifle on top of a roof.
Like the accountant.
It's like I could do this shit blindfolded now.
I would describe myself as fidgety, a little bit of a curmudgeon.
Rock and roll.
I yell a lot.
Filled with filthy grown-ass adult women who identify as witches. That is all you will find.
I'll never go after a comedian for their words, more or less their intentions. 'Cause
No.
I think if the intent is for a laughing audience, I don't think anything is off limits. I think you are able to say and do whatever the hell you want. I've never
Except for
gotten
make a
in trouble
documentary
for
featuring me.
saying anything offensive, really. Like I think most people who know who I am know that I'm a pretty half-decent person, but I've done my material.
Just don't make a hit piece about me, and I'll be a nice, decent
As long
person.
as you don't do 30 minutes on me in your documentary, and I won't assault you with a thermos. Won't.
Oh boy.
You know people think you're rude, right? I was like, oh, this went completely unprompted. What brought that up? I was like, no, I just wanted to let you know. And it's like, all right.
Well, I want to let you know that I have a Stanley thermos.
Going over well.
So you know that I keep that thing on me.
God, how do people describe me now? Wow. At times rude, abrasive,
Yeah, you can't read other
standoffish.
people's emotions.
I don't know. I don't have the best reputation on the comedy scene. I'm definitely consistently funny. That's not the thing that people know me for quite yet, and I'll take it because it's a process.
They'd probably describe me as the
guys
fastest
will say
hand in the
these
West.
Deadliest man with a cup, they say.
It's a process. It's a process. How long have you been doing it? 18 years. But every day you get a little better.
I gotta say, just a side note to this, I did listen to Ian's album.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of killing the whole time.
Wow.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Really?
people aren't getting a glimpse at who the real Ian is.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say though. Is
why
like
it's a hit
this is a
piece.
Hatchet
guy
job.
who so tragically just devoted his life to open mics, and I listened to the album. It's not good, but he's like doing all right. I mean, even that clip we just saw of him right now yelling at the comedy place or whatever. It's like people are laughing, and it's like there's a world where he could have like. Never mind.
At him or with him? I mean, what?
I don't know. No, I didn't forget.
was that?
I just saw the doubt in your face, and I was like, I don't even know what point I'm trying to make.
Talking about?
You realize how crazy it was.
Literally, I caught myself halfway through, and I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think if he was aware, it's what we were saying earlier, if he was aware of what a character he is and how people can laugh at him while with him,
Yeah.
it could have been a thing, something.
Sure, right.
Harry
Right, if he
Caravella.
was aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of comics who are successful when you're laughing at them as well.
Well, the cops didn't arrest him when they came to the.
That also is
which
crazy.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But
Well, because I thought, like, okay, maybe they heard her story and something didn't sound right about it. Apparently, though, like, hitting somebody with a Stanley thermos is like,
they call that comedy.
well, it's a
at the
misdemeanor.
LAPD. They
I
go.
get- It's a misdemeanor, which is somehow not an arrestable offense.
I don't know.
Isn't spitting in someone's face an arrestable offense?
It doesn't really make sense, but that's what Teresa said. She said, the cops told me that it was a misdemeanor, so we can't arrest him now. We've submitted the case to the DA, and the DA will make the decision about whether or not to issue a warrant.
There's a judge watching his stand-up right now. He's like, yeah, all right. Do the warrant.
Okay.
You got a warrant.
Yeah, death penalty.
Death penalty.
Euthanasia. Yeah.
What if they arrest everybody involved in this?
Would they swat the fourth wall?
Just arrest them all. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know.
Me because I don't know. I guess I'm overly honest, which
Yeah, he does tell it like it is.
I try to maintain some sort of authenticity because I think that's very important in a city of fake people.
Exactly.
That's not to say that I'm a complete dick.
He rules.
Speak truth to power, brother.
He is the only genuine person in this doc.
Yeah.
I know I could be a bit much.
Self-awareness. Beautiful.
That was a beautiful smile.
Ian Russo.
I mean, that's so fucking
They're
mean.
just laughing right at him. And you know there was a premiere for this somewhere.
Yes.
In some hovel in L.A.
Yeah.
They set
It was
up
probably
a
at the fourth
projector,
wall.
and I'm sure Ian came.
He did.
Yeah.
He was
So
standing in the back.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I read another post about that. I think Teresa mentioned that at some point. He came to the premiere and then saw her after, as they were all hanging out outside the lobby or whatever, yelled at her and then stormed away. So that was like the first thing.
sign.
Yeah, the first sign.
Have you ever run into Ian Russo?
Haven't.
Oh, you never run into Ian Russo?
No.
Because he goes to he's kind of notorious for going to 10 mics a day, so I don't know if you've ever seen him, but you've never seen him.
No, that's too much for me. 10 nights a day?
First of all, he's one of those people who I say hi to, and he just kind of looks at me and walks away, which,
What are you, fucking autistic?
You're lost. But
You're
he
lost.
seems
Yeah, all right,
pretty
bud.
harmless to me.
That's what he wants you to
You
think.
know, I would love a hello back sometime. But he
One little kiss on the back of the
Yeah,
head.
he wants to suck off Russo.
Even when we do the improv mic,
Little kiss on the back of the head.
and it's a set,
The love tap on the back of the head.
Yeah.
there's no straying away from that set. He could use some pointers on that.
It's
I
also
hate this
just
guy. I fucking hate this guy so
Another
much.
open micer giving pointers
Literally,
to
yeah.
Ian. Ian's a fucking
He's a
killer.
vet, dude.
He is.
He's a vet.
He's been around the block more than you
Yep,
guys,
absolutely.
all right? Show some fucking respect to your elders and your betters.
Yeah, absolutely. This cocksucker, I hate this guy.
He's a literal cock.
Do you know him?
No, I don't know. No. I wouldn't say that to anyone I actually know.
Okay, good.
You'll be running into these people soon.
I will hopefully never run into this guy. How dare you even say that to me?
I bet you will.
You think so little of me.
These guys, they'll be door guys at the store in like a year.
You're probably right,
All these
actually,
people.
yeah.
This is that's the funnel.
Yeah.
Now
I think you're right.
Fourth Wall's a big spot in LA.
It's huge, man. It's like very
There's
monumental.
there's a lot of talent scouts there.
It's influential too, man. It's like, I don't know, it's like door guy at the store is like one thing. Door guy at Fourth Wall, it's like you're on your way up. Dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, just be aware.
Yeah.
Ian's coming for the throne, by the way. He's gonna get off.
think
He's
so.
gonna get off. It's gonna be like Joker.
I do think it'll be like Rupert Pumpkin.
Other mentally deranged open micers will bash the cop car that he's in, and they'll pull him out, and everyone's going insane and lighting stores on fire.
I am Ian Russo
Yeah.
while running around.
Yeah.
I want him to go to jail and get really jacked.
Let's make Russo masks and wear them.
Yeah.
And start a little riot.
He does have a great face for a mask.
Be kind of great. We all made Russo masks and went to Fourth Wall and just we didn't sign up. We just all sit in the audience. We get like 20 of us.
We have the thermos.
We don't
with
laugh.
the Russo mask.
A thermos. The thermos aspect of it.
We have a
funny.
thermos and a holster on our hips, just fucking right there.
Okay.
But it's a set.
It's just funny.
It's just people laughing in succession.
Just the name just makes them laugh.
Ian Russo is an interesting character. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psych guy, but I think there may be a spectrum issue going on. I'm not judging.
There you go.
But I think that's part of the fuel component for him. He's an entertaining guy. He's an interesting guy.
Right. Enough.
I've met him a bunch of times.
You sure you're not a doctor, sir?
When I first met him, like, damn, he's so offensive. Like, whoa. But
And they act like he's like the sincerely offensive comic.
Like he's Sam Kinison.
Oh God! Like this edgelord.
Yeah.
He's just retarded.
He's just truly
Jesus Christ, you guys have some empathy. What is with you people?
for a few years, because yeah, and then recently I saw him, and he's more aware.
Just walking around like the Unabomber.
What the hell is
He's
this?
still Ian, but he's more like trying to catch himself.
Oh,
They go, I'm sorry, can you repeat all that in English, please?
We can change.
Okay, so
Russo
this
is
is
really
the lady
interesting to
that
me
made the
because
doc.
when I first
This is
was
the
doing
lady he punched.
Yeah.
Miss Torrance.
This, yeah.
Miss Torrance, yeah. Herself.
I actually met him at the Fourth Wall, and the first hour that I was there, Ian Russo kept saying the slur for gay people. And
So
he just
here,
said it
right here is an admission that she had it out for him.
Yes.
She already didn't like him.
She already didn't
he
like
was like
him
a bigot at an open
because
mic.
he said faggot.
So then she's like, I'll be really nice to him. I'll ask him to do this documentary. And
Yeah.
and I'll make him fucking pay for making me slightly uncomfortable for 3 minutes one night.
That is, and she's playing it off there like, oh, I didn't have that big an issue with it, but it was offensive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're claiming you hate him, and now he's like the focal piece of your documentary.
Yeah. The whole doc is about him.
So.
casually. It was very like, when I first heard him say it, it was very, very harsh, where I was just like, what is happening? And then later a gay comic went up there and was
What if she was like...
And
what
we
if
all went, ew.
What if she goes, I heard him saying the slur for gay people, and then later a faggot comic went up there.
And then right after Ian was a flaming queer faggot comic.
looked at Ian and was like, how dare you say that? What kind of person are you that you feel you can just say that word, not even in a punchline, even if it was a punchline, what makes you think you can say that? And really yelled at Ian.
And then they cut to a fist balling up.
It's
like
grabbing it's grabbing a Stanley thermos.
Yeah.
Watching that and being like, open mics are weird, right? But then, with the slotted system, you pay for each hour. So that was hour 1 for me. Hour 2, I stayed, and Ian also stayed, and so did that gay guy. And
it's so funny. That's such a funny way to describe. Just
and so did that.
You don't know his name.
You can say the comic's name.
You know the comic's name. You could be like, my friend who happens to be homosexual himself.
The gay guy.
That guy stayed for the next mic as well.
But instead she goes, and so did the fucking queer.
This gay guy wouldn't leave.
It's like, so the autistic guy and the queer were there still.
Exact same set and still used the slur, changed nothing, and didn't even seem upset. And the gay guy said,
"Yeah, honey, it's called putting in the work."
What?
Okay,
like,
the guy cares about his craft.
Are you just repeating your same thing? Did you learn nothing? And the gay guy was just kind of like, "Okay, I guess this is how it's gonna be."
People are not just gonna change their act when I ask them, I guess.
He doesn't change his act for anybody, all right? He's a real comic.
Called integrity.
He's grinding, bitch.
Comedy, but are they gonna care? So maybe you kind of just have to just move on, which I don't know if it's necessarily a positive lesson, but it was a lesson, and I think that actually helped me grow, where I was like,
what?
Sometimes
what
you
was the
can't
growth?
Change people, and you have to just change how you react.
Sometimes you got to make a hit piece documentary about open mic or SUSAP.
A local LA comic who moved from, I think, Philly.
I'm originally from New York City.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the real beef. Here's the real beef. It's the beef of who has the better.
This is a person I might have to see again.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about him.
All right, cool.
He helped out the comedy scene tremendously.
I love the Comedy Bureau.
The Comedy Bureau. But he's got some stiff competition now.
He sure does.
With Russo.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why there's a witch hunt out for Russo. And I don't even think Ian hit that girl. I think it was somebody else that they had dress up like him because they want to take him down because he has a better open mic list.
It's a list war.
It's a list.
It's a list war.
You don't get in a list war with a guy on the spectrum.
It's a war.
It's
a war of lists, which I've always been very curious about, like what, because it is hard work what he does, this guy. But like, what is happening? Like every day, are you like, huh? Like you fielding calls from cafes, like 5 to 7. All right. Like what? How do you do? I really don't even know how do you do this.
How hard can it be? You fucking post. You got a schedule. You got a Monday.
No, I know, but
database.
how do you find? You call every cafe in the city, be like, "Hey, are you guys letting losers in between 5 and 8?
Hey, are you guys turning away business every day?"
People email him like, "Hey, could you put our mic on the bureau?"
That's literally how it goes.
And he goes, "Okay, yeah, added, done." Yep. That's I did 1 hour a week.
Okay, I thought it was more of like a Glenn Ross.
It's a boiler room.
Boiler room.
Close the deal. Man, fucking make the deal and close. Just papers flying everywhere.
Is it slotted? Yeah. God damn it! Is it a slotted mic? Is it a rolling bucket? Is it a bucket mic? Oh, so this is like a mic show situation. Okay, well you have to let them know that.
So there's 3 booked comics in the middle of an open mic. You don't think that builds resentment from the open mic comics by the guy who was booked for 10 minutes?
List during quarantine.
Oh, here we go. Getting into the good stuff.
I, as the Comic Bureau, decided that I wasn't going to list any in-person stuff because I didn't want to be party to furthering the transmission of the virus at that stage of the pandemic.
So he started the...
Well,
sounds like someone doesn't
Little
care
did
about
he
the
know,
craft.
the virus was Ian.
LA open mic list because
I love this music
during
playing.
the pandemic,
LA open
a lot
mic
of-
list.
like I was getting up and like on like sidewalks. And
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that shit. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, I don't want to go back.
Was that Sugar Sean O'Malley?
That was a guy. That was a guy in front of a park water fountain.
Yeah.
Whatever stage.
Jesus. So literally just this fucking sidewalk.
And that was there.
Oh my god.
It's the back of a Prius.
Oh.
And they're just yelling in a parking lot.
Dude, I did one park show when I was in New York during the pandemic, and I was like, never, ever again. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
I've said that on podcast, you think?
I don't know.
It was one of the most tragic things ever. I show up to this park, and they're like, it's like me and 5 of the comics. They're like, hey, so real quick, we don't have a microphone. And I was like, okay. Like, there's no mic.
Not a great start.
I'm not a good start. And they go, also, there's only 3 people here to watch the show. And I was like, okay. So it's just 3 people sitting in the grass while we yell at them. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to do this to the host. And he's like, I completely understand that. Let me ask the other comics if they also want to go home. And I was like, please. And then he goes, hey, so, no mic tonight. 3 people in the audience. One of them is a baby. And, they go, so we're thinking about canceling the show. And the comics flipped out. Every comic was like, what? That's fucking bullshit, bro. And one guy goes, man, fuck it. I don't need people. I'll make the fucking trees laugh. Dude, I swear to God. No. And I literally just like turned away and I walked. I just like, I'm not even saying bye. I'm like, all right, I'm fucking out of here. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, no.
And that's the trenches. That's what this is. That's what all those photos are. Just the most delusional people of all time performing for bugs.
Well,
if this were like a good documentary, there'd be tragic music. It'd be like a requiem for a dream style.
Yeah.
Hey, even if you're the loneliest guy in the world, you can still have an incredible sex life. The Auto Blow Ultra is changing the game. Have a mind-blowing blowjob whenever you want one. This machine actually syncs up with a free library of dirty videos, so it'll feel like you're in on the action. If you have a VR headset, you could even take it a step further and sync with VR content through third parties. So look at this baby. This will blow you really hard. Has a lot of settings. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. That's a mouth. That's a mouth, and it's supposed to go right on your dick, and it'll suck the cum right out of your dick. You could imagine it's anybody doing it. You could play videos of whoever you want and pretend that you're getting sucked by them. It's a great thing, the auto blow. It feels tremendous. It has many settings. You could name it, whatever you want to do. So I highly recommend getting the auto blow, okay? No more nights spent wasting time at the bar and getting turned down over and over. The auto blow will never turn you down. Will never turn you down. And it doesn't speak, which is great. No conversation. So, all right, how do I turn this? Stop. Okay. So it's time to start having the best blowjobs of your life, folks, okay? So head to autoblow.com and use the code HATEWATCH to snag 10% off your order. That's autoblow.com, code HATEWATCH for 10% off. Get a damn auto blow. Come on. Everyone deserves to be sucked.
Exactly.
Bars, they weren't doing it yet. Clubs weren't open, and people were repeatedly asking me, and I started posting the mics on my website. Like, I have a page for it, and it gained a lot of foot traffic, and God, almost a year later, I'm now, you look up LA open mics on Google.
You know, he kind of looks like ear hair. He kind of looks like a full embodiment of ear hair.
He looks like fungus.
The hair got so long that it turned into a person.
The hair turned into a man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you know, a horror movie where they think the monster's dead.
Yeah.
And there's a cutscene at the end where like the thumb is crawling away. That's ear hair, but it just fully embodied itself.
I'm the first thing that pops up way ahead of the Comedy Bureau, which
Ooh,
I did not mean to
he
happen.
loves it.
Way ahead of the Comedy Bureau.
You know, it's
This is
other lists can
crazy.
exist. You know.
Oh boy.
Far be it from me to ever want to like get into a dumb turf war.
Turf war. Yo, this
Yeah,
is my
that's
corner. Like it's the fucking wire.
Is unproductive and whatnot.
Yeah, he's acting like he's like the philosophical gangbanger who's like,
yeah, they're
Bloods,
free to
Crips,
do
man, why
their
can't we all just get
open mic.
along, man?
Russo's got heart.
He goes, let the other open mic list live.
All right, we all just people, yo.
We all just trying to get up.
Yo.
We all
Life's hard enough, bro.
We all crabs in a bucket just trying to get a tight. We all crabs in a bucket just trying to nail down a tight 5.
And you know,
is there anything else in this that's
Being
funny?
better
Yes.
about not letting it do that.
So, I don't know if you can
But,
skip ahead, but they, so what Ian gets to eventually is that he had developed a crush on this girl.
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you skipped that. I think it's right
No,
here.
I didn't.
It's right here. It's right here. This is by far the most embarrassing part for Ian.
Yeah. So,
Dude.
Here we go.
I used to do this bit about this girl. Long story short,
Stop. There's no way.
There's no way she looked like that.
There's not a single open mic comic that looks like
Not
that.
a single open mic comic looks like a
video footage.
Swedish model.
They paid
get
$6
along
to
with
Shutterstock.
my
They got that.
who used to heckle my sets all the fucking time. Then I developed feelings for her, and I started.
He goes, and then it's crazy. I raped and killed her.
And this might be a little much, but you'll never find the body.
I feel comfortable saying this because I did such a good job disposing of the body.
She's in a 55-gallon drum off the coast of Santa Barbara.
There's nothing left, not a bone.
I'm the snowman.
The FBI calls me the snowman.
Michael Fassbender's been hunting me for months, but he'll never find me.
Running a joke in front of her that went.
Right now, I have a crush on a comic.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Crush on a comic. That's a little like being prison gay.
Pretty funny, pretty good bit.
Good premise, Ian. Almost there.
Prison gay.
Wait, how is it? That's the end?
No, hold on, Joey.
Sorry.
Settle down now.
Sorry, Ian. I should have trusted you.
Let him set it up.
Have some patience for great art, okay?
I believe in the artist, and
He's like the megalopolis of the open mic scene. Misunderstood.
For any of this, I mean, she's terrible as a comic, a person.
He does tell it like it is.
Wow. So funny to be like, I have a crush on a girl. She's a terrible person and an even worse comedian.
He's like, I'm gonna nag her. I think this is gonna get me in.
Negging only works for like the hottest people alive, too. You can't look like ear hair and then neg a girl.
So I used to be ear hair.
like a cat, like you do that your ear hair and then you turn into like a caterpillar and then you come out
You're a cocoon.
an open
Ian
micer.
Russo, yeah.
I know what you're all thinking. Is that guy ear hair?
I gotta draw the line somewhere. She's not actually a bad comic.
Oh, man.
He's a heart of gold.
Then he goes, I'm the better of the two comics.
He literally says that, yeah.
No disputing that.
I started telling that joke in front of her.
That's a joke.
Because what's the worst that could
Sorry,
happen?
Devin. I spoke too
And
soon.
she fucking...
See, Joey, that was a joke.
I should have waited.
You're a buffoon. Egg on your face.
I apologize.
loved the joke.
She loved
It was the only time she was ever friendly to me. So I kept doing the joke in front of her.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
It was like all I wanted was for this girl to talk to me.
That's
so I just
worse than
kept
what Louis
doing
did.
The
Doing
joke.
that joke in front of your crush.
And she still heckled my sets. One time I was doing the joke, and she was like, "Who's your crush, Ian? Name names." And I was just like, "Oh my God, shut the fuck up."
He's maybe the best comic of all time.
Ian's based, man.
Yeah, dude.
Do we know who the crush is?
I wish I knew.
I have no idea.
I can find out, maybe.
I'm imagining
Find out.
it's a man with long hair.
It's one of the,
the joke.
It's one of the Hanson brothers.
Yeah,
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. That's his crush.
It's Oscar the Grouch.
It's Sonichu.
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 God, you're pretty. What? Nothing. And then the pandemic happened. Lockdowns were crazy. All the barbershops were closed.
His crush is a Wendy's cup. He just looks at the girl.
He's face fucking the Wendy's icon.
Wendy.
She cut my hair.
He cuts a hole
He's
in
putting
his
a pocket
cup.
pussy inside of a Wendy's cup and going to town on it.
It's like, I'm not usually into redheads, but you're my crush.
Oh, she's giving him a haircut, dude.
Yeah, so that's the whole setup. The whole setup is
Listen to
that
this.
all the barbershops are closed and he needed a haircut, and the girl that he has a crush on cuts hair. So she offered to cut his hair, and that's where we're at.
Parking lot of a Fry's Electronics right down the street. And,
No coincidence, Fry's went out of business shortly after this happened.
that I should give a lock of my hair to this crush. Digest that. She wanted me to give hair from my actual head to another human being. And I tried doing it, and she ran to her fucking car.
The footage of a woman running.
Footage of a woman running from like an assault.
So it's a woman running from like the Wolf Man. It's like a demonic being is chasing her.
I can't fucking slow down. He's on my heels.
The Babadook is behind her. That's what's happening.
She left mid-haircut and ran to her car and drove off.
She's like, Babadook, you should really give a cut of lock of your hair to your crush.
I got it says reenactment
depended on
underneath it.
Yeah, we thought you
That
caught the
fit
event.
has caused a world of problems, but I stand by my art.
Wow.
Nice, good
That
job,
bit
dude.
caused
dude.
a lot of problems
Brave.
for me. Like, before the haircut, the bit gained a lot of negative attention, and which I didn't quite anticipate, and I admittedly played into it, like the fact that so many people wanted to know who this comic was, and it just became, it was a world. I put her in a shitty situation in the sense that for a while, I even hear people are still doing it, like people call her my crush to her face, and at the end of the day, it was just a weird story that we didn't really become friendly to each other until a couple of weeks before.
I mean, I'm not kidding, dude. I guarantee there are ants out there that have more engaging life stories.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's There's so much. There's just. Oh my God! There's like a rabbit out there that had a more interesting like day.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Right now, as we're listening to that, my eyes started crossing.
What is this?
Like my vision went blurry.
None of this is meaningful on any level whatsoever. It's like these people are dead. They just don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking ghosts.
Unfortunately, it's just like because of the pandemic, and maybe because I gave her a lock of my hair, and she sprinted away. This woman that I only talked to once, we never got married.
So then, and then the whole open mic scene, they started talking about that famed day where I gave a lock of hair to her, and they keep calling her. They call her my crush.
Mm-hmm.
They're acting like this set the city on fire.
Yeah.
It's the most boring story I've ever heard in my fucking life.
It was like Brangelina,
The haircut, and I don't know, I felt very guilty about it.
Felt like I was in ear hair again, honestly.
Bad that I gave this girl unwanted attention, and it's a fantastic story. Like even she admits that. Like we had the good laugh about that story. That
Wait, yeah, at like gunpoint, she's admitted that it's a pretty funny story.
I don't. Bearing my story.
I told her I'm not going to handcuff you from this radiator until you start laughing at this.
This torch is getting closer to your face if you don't say this.
That bear trap, the reverse bear trap, that's going to rip your head wide open.
I visit her every day in my basement. I say, let's play a game.
It's weird telling that story in front of comics.
What?
Especially people who know who the bit is about. It feels inappropriate.
It's the worst documentary of all time.
It's so horrible.
Comic that
I'd rather just ask the lamp some questions.
Yeah. The lamp blows its brains out.
I
just see like an animated arm come out the lamp.
It starts stomping on him like the Pixar lamp.
Attention, and I just want it to be art that audiences could take or leave. If she told me to not do the bit, I would calmly tell her.
God, look at that stance.
Why I can't do that.
I'm afraid I can't.
Try to make, frankly, a silly situation that it wasn't a big deal, a whole lot worse.
What
and I can't
situation?
let those people win. Like it's a very complicated.
Just a stray bullet from a drive-by, like 100 miles away, goes through the window, killing him and the interviewer.
It ricochets.
Yeah, just
everywhere.
God is up there. He's like, "What's happening?" I don't know, just a stray bullet. Just do that. Get rid of him.
Oh boy.
I mean, is there more?
It's this crazy is an hour and a half long.
Yeah, I can't believe.
I think that was the end of the Russo stuff.
We've given it a lot of views, though, since this has happened. I gotta say, like, the lady that made this doc, the beating has helped the views of the doc.
Sure,
it's getting a lot of attention now. Why did Ian attack the creator?
But they're up to 12 comments now.
Yeah. Ian Ira Russo is an unaware menace, and then some other guy, Eddie Ho Young. We know Eddie. He goes, "This was really funny."
Is that Logan's friend?
Eddie, that rules. Eddie, that's so funny.
Oh my God, it's so fucking funny.
Oh, dude, shout out to Eddie Ho
This
Young.
was really funny. Okay, so let's get to the footage of the.
That's so funny.
So this is video of Ian Ira Russo attacking Teresa Lowe at Fourth Wall Cafe.
You're gonna have to like make it bigger, I think.
All right, let's just do full screen it.
Yeah.
So they're in the back over here. And
he just poured the water on her.
He poured water on her, and then runs over to her, and boom. And then boom, Super Saiyan style runs out.
He's like the Reservoir Dogs.
Dude,
Literally.
I think he has a career in the
Might be the fastest man alive.
Olympics.
Crazy.
I was joking today. I want to make like a Stitch video where it's like that video, and then right afterwards it's the clip from Born Identity being like, Jesus Christ, that's Jason.
Oh, that would be very good.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I will say I expected her to like get dropped.
Fourth Wall, I can't too into it despite that some absolutely heinous. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's watch it again. So, boom.
With the concussion talk, I expect her to get dropped, I will say. Right? I'm not seeing a huge...
The run.
Yeah, I want Scooby-Doo sound effects over this right now.
Yeah.
Like the bongos and shit.
Such an autistic, classic, like, anime run, you know?
He has Naruto run.
Like, you have embarrassed me!
I'm proud of what happened.
You have embarrassed me! Fourth wall, I can't too into it. This is some message. Despite that some absolutely heinous and deliberate shit was done to me leading up to it, I'm proud of what happened and taking...
Oh, wow.
He meant did he mean I'm not proud of what happened?
No, I think he means he's proud of what happened.
Wow, he's a menace. I'm
Absolute
proud of
menace.
what happened and taking a break from most mics in LA for a few weeks because of it.
Good luck coming back, bud.
He just needs a few weeks off.
Well, apparently the following night he was an open mic in Santa Clarita. So he literally after this like whole story came out, he was like, I gotta hit a mic.
He's got to go outside of LA County.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
It appears this was not an isolated attack. He has a violent history in the comedy community.
What was the other attack, did they say?
The podcast Base Hole with Doug Bass released a leaked DM where Ian allegedly said he is proud of what happened since the attack. He's continued trying to perform all over town, no remorse. Ian has been coddled and allowed bad behavior for years. Please don't protect him any longer. He has no empathy and unlimited time and money. He is
Wait, what?
He is allegedly the grandson of Irving Russo, the creator of Rust Hogs, which at one point had a reported evaluation of almost $250 million.
Yeah, so he's from insane wealth.
Right, right.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I met him, my first thought was like, how does this guy pay rent?
He has unlimited time and money. It's
Yes,
so funny.
truly.
Hang on, go back up. It says, please consider a charge of attempted murder, stalking, assault with a deadly weapon. Come on.
That's right.
Let's come on.
That's not...
Stanley Cup.
Let's come on. And she didn't even fall to the
Yeah,
ground.
there's
Maybe
a
if
person
John
getting
Wick
beaten
was
to
holding
death.
the Stanley Cup, it'd be a deadly weapon, but...
What if the chief of police is like, Ian Russo's fucking hilarious? I'm not going to
Ira Russo?
I'm not arresting him.
It's like those videos like the cops show up in Amagansett there, and they're like, we're a huge fan, actually. But it's for Ian Russo.
Damn, I wish he didn't get rid of his Instagram because he was posting a lot.
Well, he has a podcast.
Oh,
No.
Does he talk about it?
No, I doubt it. But we could watch. Maybe he has some clips.
It's an improvised weapons podcast. He's like, sometimes in a pinch, you could roll up a magazine and use it as a club.
He goes, technically anything could be a weapon now.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, Jesus, the picture.
The channel doesn't have any content.
Oh, he must have deleted his shit.
He has a YouTube with just his face like this. And
He's going
There's
dark.
no content on it. Host of the Ira Russo show. Ian Russo gets canceled for alleged sex. Oh, this is the Base Hole. Let's watch some of the Base Hole.
There's some cancelable drama, I guess, going on in the L.A. comedy community scene. Let's just talk about it a little bit.
Basshole,
Open
by the way.
micer
Basshole.
Ian Ira Russo is allegedly being canceled for throwing a metal water bottle at comedian Teresa Lowe outside the fourth wall, hitting her on the head, apparently giving her a concussion, assaulting her, I guess, allegedly.
So at least we're bringing attention to the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope we're one of the podcasts, with some attention.
One of the more podcasts. How many views does this have?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. So
I will
yeah,
say I think we're the most pro Ian podcast.
Are we pro?
I'm pro Ian.
Well,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm watching
totally
the gears
joking.
spin in your head.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you're like, John, look at me.
Well, I
Agree with me.
For Ian.
For Ian.
For the homie
I
Ian.
don't love what Ian did, but I do love Irving Russo. I've always been a big fan.
Yeah.
I love
Russ and Togs is great.
Togs, yeah.
Russ, what is Russ and what is it?
I don't know.
What is that?
That's probably,
That
it must
shit
be
up.
like an investment firm or something, is my guess.
Ian Russo's in the woods like the hunted right now, killing hunters and shit.
Irving Russo, Russ. What is it?
Russ and Tugs?
Russ and
Rub and
Tugs.
Tugs.
He invented rub and tugs.
It's great.
The
Yeah,
inventor of
which
Rub and
makes
Tugs.
sense because you saw Teresa Lowe and he's like, get back to work. What do you...
I can't find anything on this.
Pretty good joke at that. I was like, if he invented rub and tugs, he saw Teresa Lowe and he's like, hey, get back to work. What are you doing?
Very good, Connor. Very racist.
All right. Ooh, wait.
I can't find anything about Irving Russo.
Wait. The Russos were wealthy. Go down. It's Rousso, Devin.
Yeah.
Otter.
Okay. Rust Hoggs.
Rust Hoggs. So he died in 2017.
Damn, look at that Chad.
Look at him.
Jesus.
It looks like Ian.
He's like, thank God I'm dead.
Services will be held Thursday for Irving Russo. After watching his grandson do comedy, he passed away hours later. I can't. It's just one of these bullshit websites that doesn't let you
go back.
Look at
Let's see
anything.
Let's see.
Rags to riches to rags.
Oh, so he doesn't.
He lost his money?
I've been here for 5 decades. Says I don't know. He's just some New York Jewish guy.
Had to be investment.
Yeah, it must have been. I don't know. Who cares? I'm not reading it. Who cares? He's not as interesting as his grandson.
Nice try, bud.
Nice try.
You've been eclipsed by your own son.
Maybe hit a mic, Irving.
On her and hit her coffee cup out of her hand. This is
and then he escaped.
This is fucking crazy, man.
The scene by driving away in his car and hitting a garbage truck. Apparently.
I love the whole Pineapple Express aspect of it.
It's the funniest
Just
thing
hitting cars.
It's so funny.
I thought he hit. I knew he hit a car. I thought it was 2 cars.
I don't know. I heard it was a city truck, but who knows? I don't know. We don't have.
I heard he
all the-
ran over a grandma. That's what I heard.
No, very good.
How is their studio so good?
Oh, this is the main thing of most podcasts is they start with the studio.
Yeah.
And then
Is that a green screen?
And then they go, oh, we
No.
don't have any. We don't say anything funny, really. But
Well-
we do. But they go, look at that plant.
Yeah.
Guys, look at that house plant behind me.
Yeah, look at these losers covering the Ian Russo story.
I know, what bums. This is a non-story. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Puppy.
This is the worst game of telephone. We're just creating
And then a
more and more
Benihana.
to it. On the
I'm glad this happened because there hasn't been much
Ooh, what's this? What's this?
in
What's
the
this?
news. So, like, I was like, well, the biggest news this week has been the Ian Ira Russo
Yeah.
case. You know, I mean, what are we supposed to talk about? That fucking, what, Iran and Israel are trying to do like a War of the Worlds reenactment?
Let them have their
Who
fun.
gives a
Yeah.
shit?
Fucking
Have your
boring.
fun. Enough of your. Have you seen the footage?
It's nuts.
It's crazy. It kind of all the bombs like coming down, kind of pretty in a weird
Looks
way.
beautiful, yeah.
It kind of looks like the Muslim version of the fireworks show at Disneyland when Tinkerbell comes out. They're all celebrating. Everyone's like, all the Palestinians are like celebrating.
Very different kind of drone show.
That's like the Palestinian IMAX. They just look up into the sky and they
Was
see
this timed for
Jewish
like
land.
Rosh
They're like,
Hashanah?
almost seems real.
No, I think it was just a retaliation for invading Lebanon. Or what was it, Lebanon? Yeah, Lebanon. They invaded Lebanon and started taking out Hezbollah.
They're upset about Teresa Lowe fucking with Ian Russo. So
I will not stand for this.
Israel invades China for Ian Russo.
I wish Mojo Brooks was involved with this somehow. That'd make it the just Grand Slam story.
Yeah.
They pull your name several times. They realize it's
He
a
rigged
rigged
the mic
bucket
at
flap from Ian Russo.
But he was just like, "Yeah, could you stop doing that?"
So did they kick you out, or what did they do?
They were like, "Yeah, you're banned for 2 weeks. I didn't make this decision."
2
It's like,
weeks?
I completely understand. That's it.
Man.
Surprised you didn't get banned.
Wait, so that's very funny. There was
Well, he
open
is
mic host who was
now.
trolling an entire open mic and just put 1 million tickets in there that said Ian Russo.
That's awesome.
So that means there's an open mic host when I was like, Ian Russo again.
Wait, Ian didn't do it, or
No, that's what it sounds like
Oh.
is Ian didn't do it.
Now he's apparently banned from the Comedy Store, the Improv,
Comedy Chateau.
Comedy Chateau, which probably helps his career. Honestly.
Wow. I didn't even know they did that. I thought they were
Banned
like,
anybody?
yeah.
No, if you could bring 20 people,
Yeah,
you're
they were
fucking.
like, okay.
I wonder if he called
Rape?
I wonder if
No
he
matter
called-
what,
I
come
wonder
on
if he-
back.
He called the Chateau and was like, I got 30 people that are going to come in.
Enough of that. It's funny to get banned from places that, like, was he ever up?
That's the
on
funniest
those
thing about
stages anyway?
like there's been so many posts being like, do not book this man. I'm like, yeah, hit him where it hurts. All of his fucking bookings. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You say the one comment is, you say canceled. Us women call it accountability for assault and battery. Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
another
right.
It's another comment from Eddie Ho Young that says, fuck you guys.
It is. They need to hold him accountable for assault and battery, but at the end of the day, when you're insanely talented and have a lot of influence like Ian Ira Russo does, you get away with things like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
He's got unlimited money and time.
It's hard, fucking legends get away with shit all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what Eddie's looking at on YouTube. Go to his profile.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's that.
That's that.
And there was nothing that could be done. Oh, boy, justice for Russo.
Free Russo.
Free Russo, dude.
Fremont Russo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free the homie Russo.
Free the homie Russo.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's too bad there's really no comedy scene because this would have been like really fun to talk about.
Oh, dude,
back
this
in
happened
the
like
days.
7 years ago. This would have been like
Would have been huge,
so fun.
But I don't. There's no scene really.
No, absolutely no scene.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I know.
Have you guys seen this video of of Frankie Valli? You know Frankie Valli? He's essentially dead.
He's a zombie
but they
on
keep
stage.
rolling him out on
Yeah.
stage. Look at this.
He looks like an animatronic.
I thought he
like-
was actually dead.
I think he did die, but this maybe was like this might have been the night he died. So there's. He's not even opening his mouth. I can't hear you.
That's a Hall of Presidents.
That's mean.
Poor fucking Frankie.
Jesus Christ.
Or Rusty from The Sopranos. Damn.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen endorsed Kamala.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everyone was acting a little surprised. It's like
He did a podcast. He's like best friends with Obama.
Yeah, they have a
I know.
podcast.
Yes,
together.
I don't.
Do they still do
I
that
don't know why-
podcast?
No.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. I'm
Really?
I'm on the Patreon. I'm a pay pig. Yeah.
Do they do it though for real?
I think it was like
No, I think they did
one-off
like
thing.
like a
season
couple
of
and then
it.
stop. Yeah.
It's very funny that like an ex-president and Bruce Springsteen are like, man, no one's listening to our podcast. Like they have to stop.
Yeah, they're like asking people for advice. They're like, we need a clips guy.
Yeah.
They're texting Ben.
Yeah, we need to start making clips. But yeah, Bruce endorsed Kamala, and for whatever, everyone got upset about that for some reason. Like he hasn't always been a Democrat.
Yeah.
You know.
Is he in a diner? What is this?
Yeah, the video's
I'm
on.
gonna watch.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Highway jam with immigrants on a last power drive.
Springfield's jam with Haitians.
Springfield jam with Haitians.
He's doing the river. He's
Cats and dogs, you better fucking run.
Hey, little kitty, is your daddy home? I'm gonna throw you off the barbecue.
Let's go down to the river where we all live now. 'Cause the price of turkey is $1,000 a pound. But Kamala preserves democracy, and that's all that matters now.
He looks like a lesbian.
Friends,
Hey, friends.
the press have asked me who I'm
I
supporting.
need you
in
to
this
support the same person as Dick Cheney.
most important of elections. And with full knowledge that my opinions no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer. I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president.
Wendy!
And oppose.
We need to stoke World War III, Wendy!
He's driving a hot rod through Gaza.
Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Here's why. We are shortly coming upon one of the most consequential elections.
Filming
in our
from a
nation's
diner, so you
history.
know I'm a man of the
Perhaps
people
not since
still.
the Civil War has this great country felt as politically, spiritually, and emotionally divided as it does then at this moment. It doesn't have to be this way.
And it's all their fault.
The common values, the shared stories that make us a great and united nation are waiting to be
I don't think he's actually in
rediscovered
that
and
diner.
retold once again.
It feels like a green screen,
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
it?
He feels green
Now, that
screen.
will
This looks like
take
an AI
time.
video.
Yeah, this looks like a history of violence or something. He's about to go ape shit.
Serial killer.
Yeah, if you don't mind me.
They're like, sir,
I'm
we're
gonna kill
closed.
the
He's like,
mob.
I need a pie. I'm ordering a pie. I want it.
Kamala's dressed like a cheerleader. He's like fucking her on stairs.
Work, intelligence, faith, and women and men with the national good guiding their hearts. America's the most powerful nation on earth, not just because of her overwhelming military strength or economic power,
Not
but
just 'cause
because
we'll
of
fuck
what
you
she
up.
stands for,
And ladies-
what she means, what she believes
My
in.
fellow Americans, this November, get out there and dance with the dark.
Freedom, social justice,
Dude, it's next
equal
month.
opportunity.
That's crazy.
It's
It's like
next
32
month.
days away or something like
It's
that.
next month.
Yeah. well, whatever. I mean, she's probably gonna win, but
she's gonna wipe the floor
it feels 2016ish though. Kind of feels like people are
J.D.
writing him off
Vance
early.
do really good.
J.D. Vance did do good, but it doesn't matter.
Are people admitting that he did well?
I think they're saying like he's a very good politician and liar.
Because he seems so unnatural in that donut video, but then I watched a few chunks of that debate, and it was like he sounds fucking.
He sounded
he's
great.
on fire.
He's on fire, and Tim Walz just kind of looked like a confused Bill Paxton character the whole time.
Yeah,
he just does that. He does that face all the.
Yeah, like, I don't know about that. Yeah, he keeps like frowning and just like that's my way of refuting.
Yeah,
this point.
what's fucked up?
Tim Walz feels like Bill Paxton in A Simple Plan.
You know what's really annoying is like now with these presidential debates, I think the reason Kamala and Tim Walz are having all those weird reactions is they know eventually that's going to get turned into a GIF and then made into a meme or something, and it's like a brand new thing.
Right.
It's so fucking
The same
absurd.
reason,
fishing. Yeah.
Same reason J.D. Vance did that look where he's like.
Yeah.
Like that, and then everyone. It's just we live in even the politicians are meme lords.
It's like the fucking Office. It's just an episode of the fucking Office.
It's like you go on Reddit and everything is like the Chris Pratt like meme where he's like, I'm not sure if people genuinely like Donald Trump or just hate our country, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask. Kill yourself. Anyone that's ever posted anything with a meme like that on Reddit, should burn in hell.
Yeah.
Well, they're not the smartest bunch.
Yeah.
The right to be and love who you want. These are the things that make America great.
I love a '68 Corvette.
Donald Trump is the most dangerous
If I can't marry my Corvette, I don't want to live in this country.
His
Kamala
disdain
said if
for
she
the
wins, I can
sanctity of
fuck
our
my car.
Constitution, the sanctity of democracy, the sanctity of the rule of law, and the sanctity of the peaceful transfer of power should disqualify him from the office of
Are
president.
they against gay marriage? I sound like a retard. I'm sure they must be.
No, he's totally for gay.
Who?
Trump and Vance?
Oh, you know that's so low on the Republican totem
but
pole
why
now.
but now he's just saying like, oh come on, the right to love whoever you want.
Oh, it's just a talking point.
It's like the gay. It's like the LG. It's just that stuff.
Yeah.
But aren't they? They're okay with gay marriage. I thought
Democrats depend
they are.
on their fucking voter base being terrified. 100%
Trump wants
of the
like
time,
abortion to just be like states issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they decide.
Is gay marriage even threatened anywhere anymore?
I don't think so.
I mean, I doubt if you live in fucking like Alabama, it's easy to get married as a gay.
I think they're just kind of lumping in the LG. They're lumping LGBTQ with like abortion, like women's rights and stuff.
somebody
It's like,
wrote this for
all these women are
Springsteen.
so upset about like having to fucking go to a different state to get an abortion. It's like, come on,
It's a little road
it's a
trip.
fun time. It's a road
You wanna road trip?
trip. Your last moments with your
You get some snacks at
with your
A&PM.
child.
Come
Yeah.
Biggest ball of yarn. Stop there.
Have a little bonding experience with your child before you suck them out.
It sounds like a beautiful A24 coming of age story.
Yeah, come on, you're the
You
one.
hate
that-
art? Oh, you hate art?
I don't get it.
Okay.
It sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there is that one story of the lady like died because she was like couldn't get the abortion.
Because she was bad at driving.
She cried. They didn't say that.
She drove off the Grand Canyon, like Thelma and Louise. How'd she die? She died because she just couldn't get it in time.
She was
She was trying to parallel park for like 45 minutes. She died of starvation.
What does Trump? Trump keeps he keeps talking about they want to do abortions after the birth. It's like what?
That's just murder.
Like the baby comes out and the doctor just shoots it in the head. Like, what are we talking about?
It's the classic.
We
Can't
live
touch
in-
it.
Have you ever seen or talked to an
dumbest
anti-natalist?
times.
a doctor crushing a baby like an empty can, and the second it pops out is so funny.
Have you ever spoken to an anti-natalist though? They'll have like opinions like that. It is insane sometimes.
That they should kill the baby
dude.
after?
I had a fucking professor in college that argued that because a human child doesn't have the sentience of a chimpanzee until they're like after 5 years old, you should be able to kill a human child up to 5. It was crazy.
Wow.
There are people out there who think like that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It is nuts, and they're all fucking libs.
That's a fringe crazy.
It's fringe, but it's the same way. It's the same fringe as probably like some Republican guy who wants to road haul a gay guy through town up in the back of his truck. So it's like there's two sides of the
This
coin.
is crazy. I will say this: if I was 3 months old, if you held a gun to my head every day, I wouldn't know. If you killed me, it'd probably be the same as if you aborted me.
You just have a gun fetish later in your life.
I would.
Yeah, you would.
Imagine a sadistic parent. You're not gonna remember this.
They can't see for a while. So like when I was 2 weeks old, if you held a gun to my head, you were like, "You're gonna be aborted," I would be like, "Yeah." I don't remember any moments.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of the same thing. I'm on their side.
Nicolas Cage remembers
Team
being
Ian,
in the womb.
team this, whatever this is.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway, everyone support
Kamala.
The Fourth Wall.
Yeah.
And everyone out there, vote for Kamala Harris.
We should do it. We should do a live show at Fourth Wall.
Stop Asian hate.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. I don't know if they'd have us.
They won't see this.
If we give them enough money.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, they don't care.
That's true.
For like
They're
$30.
$40.
We should. I'm not
Their
kidding.
rent is like $40.
We should literally do a Hollywood Hate Watch live at the Fourth Wall when we watch the documentary.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, but it's actually a pretty excruciating doc other than the Ian part.
I don't think we could even make fun of it.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah.
We just did. It was like
But,
very fun.
You know, we'd have a better time watching Four Brothers or some shit.
Yeah. How about we go to the... Never mind.
Wow.
Come on, Daddy. With like assault rifles. Yes! No, I'm kidding. Everyone support the Fourth Wall. Support Teresa Lowe.
Support Russo.
And if you see Russo, run for the fucking hills.
Unless you got a death wish.
Unless you have a goddamn death wish, okay?
Suicide by Russo.
You think he went back the next day and picked up his Stanley Cup? And he's like, "Ooh, the coffee's still warm." Because these things really are good.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, this is good. These things are good.
A little bit of an iron aftertaste in this coffee.
Just wondering, what poor Irving would think of this.
He would probably be like,
that's light work, dude. I've killed so many strippers.
Yeah.
I've killed so many prostitutes back in my day. Put them out of fucking leather gloves and strangled them.
250 mil. He's got it. He's killed some people.
So at the end of the day, I hope it all gets settled, and Ian can come back to comedy because it's dying right now.
Yeah, we need him.
It does need it needs a voice like his.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I agree.
Anyway, folks, thank you for listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's been another episode in the books. Any parting words?
I love you, sweet DC. You're a sober, loopy maniac.
I love you, Joseph. Thank you. I like to think that I was. I feel like all right. I feel. That's what I meant when I said I'm feeling normal again.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period of time where I was like, I can't do anything with that. Like, I can't be funny without drinking. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did think up a storm on the
Hollywood Hate Watch.
Yeah. It was Run,
That
Fight,
wasn't his
Hide.
fault. That wasn't. It was just a good movie.
You were sober, but you were
gripping
hungover.
movie.
So actually,
Yeah,
it was drinking's
hungover.
fault
Yeah.
again.
Also, with those Hollywood Hate Watches, we should watch more of the movie a little bit, I think.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Some comments were saying we're talking too much.
Oh, I heard like the audio is too low.
Yeah, but that's like we're not allowed to be doing that. People keep going. People go like, just play the movie, turn the volume up. Let's watch. Let's watch fucking the Avengers next. We can't do it. It's illegal. We're lucky we're even getting away with this.
But I think if they could detect it at a higher volume, they will also still detect it slightly lower. And then it just makes the listening experience worse.
Well, the talking over it is the thing that we get away with.
Yeah, but we could still
if it's lower, it's easier to you can't hear any of the movie really.
Well, the volume at which we're watching it now, it's like I can't even hear it really. So
yeah, I mean, yeah,
we'll go up a couple notches next time.
A couple notches, but the bottom line is you're supposed to put the movie on and then watch us,
or watch it.
But they
ahead
can't
of time.
have the audio on.
I know, but a lot of people were like, it was so funny. People already saw the first month's episodes and they go, "What the fuck? It's blurred."
Oh yeah,
that is so funny.
It's been blurred.
That must have been their first one they watched.
No.
I mean,
is my guess.
Or
they're just.
Can you imagine if we thought we could just get away with that? We're just playing movies.
It's illegal.
Well, for $30 a month, we'll unblur it. So.
Price
That's
just
the new
went
toy.
up.
Yeah, we really like to play the short game here.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
We like to play the short game. All of us want to make about 6-7K and then just get our whole thing deleted and hightail it out of town.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point of the 8
If I get 20,000 in the bank, I'm done.
All right, folks, we love you. Thanks for listening.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.